Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. The new off-Broadway musical Emojiland has opened at the Duke Theater on West 42nd Street, and we're here at the Ribbon to celebrate with the company at their opening night celebration.
We know what people are saying. We know that you hear Emojiland the Musical and you go, we're kind of counting on that. We want people to come and have their minds changed. I loved so much the message of this musical about being inclusive and people aren't what they are at their face value, and I just love that so much. And so it really resonated with me, and that's what I was attracted to.
It's not just a show that sits on the surface. There is so much sort of hidden beneath the shininess of it all, from a political message to a personal one, and that really leapt off the page when I read it.
I think there's something so deep about it, even though it's technically kind of a silly sounding project, but when you really think about it, it's about what a society owes to each other and how we have to, get along and how we can't be afraid of the outside and that sort of thing.
Like Emojiland, what could that be? As we're all thinking, I'm sure. And then I read the script and I go, this is something. And I start to feel something in my gut, and I read this character and I'm like, I know this guy. And I thought the comedy in the script, as you're telling, was so thoughtful and so well written. I was like, I know what to do with this. And so do all these other wonderful comedians and actors and singers. You just know what to do with the material. It's so thoughtful and so well written. And it really makes a beautiful story and a deep story, a love story, a profound story about emojis. Who would have thought? But they did it.
About 5 years ago, Keith Harrison and I were out to dinner, a place called Cafe Gratitude, and there was a Google search. It said the most searched term was emoji that day in 2014. Emojis had just come on the iPhones, and we were like, interesting, emojis, those are literal characters, and it just dawned on us that could be, there's a story in there. There's a lot of stories in there, and hence a musical.
Everybody's obsessed with emojis. Everybody uses them.
And I will say, when we first started pitching the idea to people, there were so many people who said, it's not going to last. These emojis, no, flash in the pan.
Yes, it's Emojiland. People think it's going to be like really stupid, and it is, but in a fun way. It doesn't take itself too seriously. We're emojis. We have fun, but the music's great, the comedy's great, and there is social commentary, so it's fun.
Yes, I read it and I was like, I'm going to play a fierce construction worker. Didn't know much about it, but it made me laugh out loud, and to see this come to life in person is amazing.
I actually know the director, Tom, so he called me up. He was like, what do you think? And I was like, I will play with Leslie Margherita and Josh Lamon anytime. And the idea that I was like on a hoverboard the whole show was like, yeah, let me learn something. Let me, and I wanted to get really good at it. Otherwise, So for me, it was just that challenge of like hoverboard, learning a special skill, hanging out with my friends. Who wouldn't do that?
I feel so fortunate being able to sing such a beautiful song to tell.
What's the song?
The song is called 1,000 Words, and it literally, the first time I heard it, it literally made me melt, and I can feel the audience with me every night on my journey. I feel so lucky to be able to sing it every night.
I love the cast. I mean, the cast, it's just so much talent, but also so much joy and love. And we're already a tight-knit family, and that just makes it so much better.
Emojiland is so much fun. It's like living in your phone, which we all practically do anyway in our regular lives, but to be the emojis, you kind of get to use your imagination in a different way than just texting and Instagram.
I'm so proud of the show and so honored to be a part of it. The cast is stellar. Creative team is amazing. The songs are amazing. It's an honor.
It must be so much fun to play different characters or different emojis in the show.
I mean, it keeps me busy for sure. I'm like, literally, every time somebody passes by me, I'm quick change.
Quick change,
but it's so much fun. It gives me a lot of things to do, makes the show go real fast, makes it really fun for me. Yeah, love it.
This is honestly the most fun I've had on a production in a number of years. The group that they assembled for this show, all of these people will hold a special place in my heart for the rest of my life.